Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have this look for you guys. I did my cream contour in this video because I love cream contour. I just hate how long it takes. So if you guys would like to see how I got this look, then please keep watching. I'm going to hydrate my face using this Mario Badescu Rose Water. For $7, this stuff is amazing and it smells great. I'm using this Bare Minerals Bare Heaven Essential Moisturizing Soft Cream to moisturize my face. Key to a great highlight and cream contour is just to make sure that your face is very hydrated and moisturized. So just make sure that you do have your moisturizer and that your face is hydrated. Next, I'll be using my Too Faced Hangover RX Primer. I'm using my MAC Studio Fix Fluid in the color NC30 for foundation. Just gonna spritz my Nude Beauty Blender. And now we are just going to start blending this into the skin. This Beauty Blender has got to be different. This does not feel like the regular Beauty Blender. This one is way softer. It feels like memory foam. So the way that I like to start off with contouring and highlighting is my contouring. The only reason is because when you're a beginner, sometimes you can go a little bit overboard with your contouring, especially when you're not sure where to contour. So I like to do my contouring before my highlighting so that if I mess up on any of my contouring, I can always go in and fix it when I'm highlighting my face. I'm starting off by using my LA Girl Pro Conceal. This is in the color Beautiful Bronze. So because I do have a large forehead, I am going to make it appear that it is smaller by contouring my entire forehead. Now, if you have a smaller forehead, you don't need to do this. I want to pull my forehead down by giving it shade on the top. Now, if you do have a smaller forehead, the only thing that you would have to do if you wanted to is to contour your temples. Again, it's totally up to you, but this is what I like to do because I do have a larger forehead. I'm taking a completely different beauty blender. This is the Real Techniques beauty blender. The only reason I don't like to mix my beauty blenders is because with contour and highlight, you can make the colors muddy. You want to blend this by pressing it into your skin. You never want to swipe, and you always want to blend going away from the face, never towards the center of your face. Once it's about 80% blended, this is when you want to start being a little bit more precise into where the contour is going. And now you want to start blending it in. Not only to your hairline, but also to the center of your forehead, just so that there's not a very solid line between foundation and contour. I'm not squeezing this again. I am basically going to push all of my hair back so that I can see my cheekbones. And instead of placing this right underneath your cheekbone, you're going to place it a little bit higher so that when you blend and it takes that a little bit lower, it's completely okay because then you're not taking it into your jawline. So I'm going to place that right there. So I'm going to do the same thing on this side. And I'm going to take that same beauty blender and start to blend this. Going back to my old beauty blender that only has the foundation, I'm just going to blend this together. This is a perfect way to get a seamless blend where everything is just blending very, very perfectly. That's why I recommend using two beauty blenders, one for contour and another for highlight, just because you don't want colors to get muddy. That foundation from our previous beauty blender blended the contour into the foundation a lot nicer. So now that that is done, I'm just going to contour my jawline. To highlight, I'm going to be using my NYX HD Concealer. This is in the lightest color that they have, I think. I think this is the lightest color. This is in the color CW10. And with this, I am going to highlight. So with everything that I'm highlighting, I want to bring out. So if there's any shadows in your face that you're not a fan of, if there's any discoloration, this is kind of where you want to start fixing those problem areas. So because I do have darker eyes, and because the areas around my nose do get a little bit darker, I am bringing that part out by simply highlighting that area. And I want to do my highlight as symmetrical as possible. I want to highlight the center of my chin and the sides of my mouth, because the sides of my mouth do tend to get darker, so I want to bring them out by highlighting that area. And then I'm going to be using the tip of that beauty blender, and I'm going to blend the outside of that highlight just so that there's not such a harsh line in between that contour and the highlight. Now I'm going to be taking a very flat brush and that LA Girl Pro Conceal in the beautiful bronze, and I'm putting that on this flat brush so that I can start contouring my nose, because I don't want to put this directly on my nose. I feel like it can be a little bit sloppy. So I'm just going to take this brush and I'm going to start contouring my nose. So I like to make my nose a little bit thinner. I feel like it's a little wider. So I want to give it an illusion that it's a little bit more narrow and thinner in the center. So what I like to do is take the contour down the bridges, down the sides of the bridge of my nose, and then I also like to cut my nose in half right here just to give it a nice cute little ballpoint tip. And now I'm going to be blending that with a very precise pencil brush, and I will also be taking that Mario Badescu rose water and dampening it up a little bit just so that it's not a very dry surface. So again, you want to gently blend your nose contour out, and you kind of just want to pat that contour in, but you're taking that contour up to the center of your nose, not down. For concealer, I'm going to be using my Smashbox High Definition Concealer, and this is in the color Light Clair. I'm also taking this down the sides of my nose as well, just to give the illusion that my nose is a little bit more narrow. I'm going to be taking my beauty blender and blending this all out. So now you can see our contour and highlight is coming together really, really nicely. I'm going back into that Real Techniques beauty blender that has all the contour on it, and I'm just going to go over the contour areas just to make sure that they are still pretty pigmented. So because we can never ever leave a cream on our face without setting it. That is like a huge no-no. You always want to set the creams on your face. So I'm going to be taking a Cosmetic wedge, and I'm also going to be using my Lorac contour palette, and I'm basically going to set all of the areas on my face. Instead of using a brush to do this, what I like to do is take my Cosmetic wedge, and I like to mix the yellow highlight and the beige highlight. So I'll basically just rub those two in, and it kind of makes it into like a translucent powder on the Cosmetic wedge. And then what I'll do is set that area. You have to keep in mind this is not a translucent powder, so you do not want to dampen the wedge in this case because it will ruin that powder compact. You can definitely do it with a translucent powder, and in that case you would dampen it. Now I'm just going to take my Real Techniques Gold Series brush in the number 300, and I'm going to blend this all out. So see, it kind of just makes it really, really matte. I'm going to go ahead and do my eyebrows really quickly, and I will be right back. Using my Hoola bronzer by Benefit and my MAC 160 brush, I'm going to start setting my contour. And I gently want to set my contour any place that we put that cream contour, we just want to set it. It's important to set creams with a powder so that your makeup will last longer, it'll stay matte, and it won't move anywhere else, so that if you hug a person, it doesn't end up on their shirt, because that's embarrassing. For blush, I'm going to be using my MAC Rosey Outlook. So I'm taking this on a big fluffy brush, and as you can see, I'm starting on the apples of my cheeks, but I'm blending it out towards my contour. The reason that I want to do this is so that it all blends nicely and it kind of fades into the contour, because this blush is sort of a ashy mauve shade, so it blends perfectly. I'm going to start off with my Becca Champagne Pop Highlighter. And I'm very lightly going to dampen this brush just to make the highlight a little bit more pigmented. I want to put this at the highest points of my cheeks. By damping your brush, you're making that color a lot more pigmented, and it is also going to last a lot longer. People always ask me how I get my highlight to pop, and this is how. I'm going to go over top of that with my MAC Oh Darling just to give myself a little bit more of a bronzy glow. By highlighting the center of your nose and the tip of your nose, you are basically making your nose look a lot slimmer, and you're also giving your nose that cute little ball point at the tip. I'm going to highlight my inner corner tear duct with this Champagne Pop. By highlighting your tear duct, you are making your eyes look a lot more open, alive, and awake. Then taking this really fluffy brush, I'm just going to blend everything together, just so that it's not as harsh. Last but not least, I'm setting my face with my MAC Fix Plus. So that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys have any suggestions, don't forget to leave a comment down below. Don't forget to thumbs up this video if you guys would like to see more makeup tutorials. And as always, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys. I won't let you